Welcome to Basic Embedded Systems Training. So in this session, we will cover remaining timer addressing modes. Timer mode 1 is completed and timer mode 2 and timer mode 3, mode 0 is pending. So timer in mode 0. So mode 0 is exactly like mode 1 except that it is a 13-bit timer instead of 16-bit timer. So in this 13-bit, 8-bit from TH0 and 5 bits from TL0. So the counter or timer can hold values between 4 zeros to 1 triple FH in TH0 and TL0. So that indicates that 2 power 13 minus 1, that indicates 2 triple zero H minus 1, that equals to 1 triple FH. The maximum value is 1 triple FH. So after that, it rolls over to 0 0 and raises interrupt flag called as timer overflow flag. So we set the initial values in TH0 and TL0 to count up. When the timer reaches its maximum of 1 triple FFH, it rolls over to 4 zeros H and TF0 or TF1 is raised based on your timer 0 or timer 1 selection. And timer in mode 2 operation. So it is 8-bit timer. It allows only values from 00H to FFH because 2 power 8, so 256 maximum it supports. So maximum it can able to count from 00H in hexadecimal value to FFH. It is also called as a auto reloading function. So TL0 is incremented continuously when TR0 equal to 1. TL1 is incremented continuously when TR1 equal to 1. So that is timer 0 or timer 1. So what are the steps in mode 2? The first one is choose mode 2 timer 0 or timer 1. In this example, we select timer 0. Then how to select timer 0? So move tmod comma hash 0 to h. Already we discussed that tmod register contains total 8 bits. MSB first bit is gate selection bit and second bit is timer or counter. Third bit is M1, fourth bit is M0, mode selection bits. So that is for timer 1. For timer 0, again gate bit is there, C by T bar is available, M1 is available, M0 is available. So internal selection, so that gate bit equal to 0 and C by T bar, it is a timer, so that 0. Mode bits last M1 and M0. So mode 2 is nothing but 10H. 00 mode 0, 01 mode 1, 10 mode 2, 11 mode 3. So that final value is 2H. So here 2H indicates that 0 to H indicates that timer 0 selected in mode 2. Next one, set the original value to TH0. Already we discussed that TL0 is for counting, TH0 is for holding the initialization value because which supports auto reload. For every one iteration, so whatever the content available on this TH0, that is automatically copied into TL0. So that always initial value is loaded into TH0. So move TH0 comma hash 38H. So initial value is 38H, that is copied into TH0. So for every one clock pulses, it is incremented by +1. So TH0 value 38 is copied into TL0 by default. After that, for every clock pulse, TL0 is incremented by +1 +1. So 38, 39. After that, 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D, like that up to FF. After that, rolls over to 0 and then generates respective flag. So clear the flag to TF0 because these flags are set by hardware, clear by software. Okay, so that before going to check this flag, before going to start this timer, so this TF0 is reset. That is the better. Okay. Next one. After TH0 is loaded with the 8-bit value, the 8051 gives a to copy of it to TL0. So whatever the value we loaded in TH0, 38H, that copy is copied into TL0. The TL0 equal to TH0 equal to 38 at this instant. After that, you can start the timer. The first one is mode selection, timer selection. Second one is initialization value. Third one is clear flags. Fourth one is start timer. So this fourth step is here automatically performed internally. So that here fifth step is called as a fourth step, start the timer. Next one. So the 8051 starts to count up by incrementing the TL0, 38, 39, 3, like that continues. When TL0 rolls over from TFFH to 00H, the 8051 set TF0 equal to 1 because we are using timer 0. Now timer 0 is overflows. Beyond this FF, we got overflow condition. So that overflow flag is TF0 that is set here. Also TL0 is reloaded automatically when value kept by the TH0H. This point already discussed that whatever the value available on TH0 that is automatically copied. Okay, so this is internal operation of timer. So next one is note that we must clear TF0 when TL0 rolls over. Okay, because flags are set by hardware, clear by software. So that clear TR0 to stop the process. So TR0 indicates that timer run controller bit. Already we completed that operation, then stop. We need continuous, then you can continue. We need one time you can stop. So this is the steps in timer mode 2. So already we discussed that whatever the frequency, that frequency is divided by 12. So that is the final value given input to the timer's frequency. Always timer's input frequency is 1 by 12th of the oscillator frequency. Okay. And next one, these timers can be enabled with the help of TR0 or TR1. TR1 is for timer 1, TR0 is for timer 0. It is also called as a timer run control bit. So after that, whatever the value available on TH0, 1 or 0 is copied into TL0 or 1. So which performs increment operation for every 1 clock pulses. Finally, if it is rolls over to 00, it indicates overflow flag at the same time. So whatever the value available on this TH0 or TH1 is copied into TL0 or TH1. So that overflow flag is indicated by TF0 or TF1, depends on timer 0 or timer 1. So that is about mode 2. Okay. So here one example, find the frequency of a square wave generated on this pin 1.0. So already here one program is given. So that is the example for timer 0 mode 2. Then how much um, frequency generated that should be calculated. Okay. So here first line is move tmod comma hash 2h. Already we discussed h. 2h indicates that timer 0 mode 2 is enabled, and move th0 comma hash 0, then starting value is 0, so it can able to count 256 values. And one more initialization here, move r5 comma hash 250h. Here one more counting value is loaded into R5, so that R5 is initialized with 250. R5 is initialized with 250. TH0 is initialization value is 0H. So L call delay. So L call delay is called. So here that L call delay automatically delay label is here. Then control transfer to here. So then set bit TR0. Set bit TR0 indicates that start timer. So which counts from 0 to 255 plus 1 256. Okay. Then automatically wait for overflow flag. So jump if no bit, which bit TF0 equal to, no bit indicates 0, then stay in here. So this indicates that wait until TL0 overflow, called as auto reload function. After, if it is happening, that is overflow, then automatically clear TR0 for stop timer, and clear TF0, stop clear flag. And next, decrement jump non-zero R5 comma delay. So R5 is already 250, 250 minus 1. Here assume that 250 is decimal value. So in that cases, we are not given hexadecimal representation here, so that it is treated as a 250 in decimal. If you need hexadecimal, then represent H here. Binary B, octal and hexadecimal H. Next one, for this default notation is called as a decimal, so that it is treated as a 250 decimal. So 250 minus 1, 250 for 249. So it is not equivalent to 0, then go to again delay. So where is delay? Again perform. Again perform. How many number of times it will be performed? 250 times. Each time, how many number of counts? 0 to 255, called as 256 counts. So the total count clock as a total frequency can be calculated as a 250 times. Each time 256 counts. So the 250 into 256, each count time delay is 1.085 microseconds. Already we discussed that to generate best for suitable baud rate, we required 11.0592 megahertz frequency. So that if you take 11.0592 megahertz frequency, then 1 by 12th of that 11.0592 megahertz is called as a, that will gives 1.085 microseconds. That calculation is done in previous session. So that now here total delay is 250 into 256 into 1.085 microsecond. It is for on time. So here for off time, again we need to calculate same frequency. So that into 2 is here. So finally we got 138.88 milliseconds. So it is the time period is 138.88 milliseconds, and frequency is 72 hertz. 72 hertz. So this is the calculation of frequency and time period from program. Okay. Next we will complete a program. So we know that what are the steps during initialization of kill program. Okay, so project creation, everything is done in previous sessions. So one program is added. So origin 00H. So start with the program at 00H memory location. After that, SMP main is written in 00H memory location, so that here which automatically transfer to main label. So main label is written at 50H memory location. After that, move tmod comma hash 2h. Already we discussed that timer 0 mode 2 is enabled. Move th 0 comma hash 0, that indicates that initial value is loaded into th0, that value is 0 here. So next move r5 comma 250 times, so that we are taking one more variable here. That variable is called as a r5 register, and that we initialize it 250, so that we need to perform 250 times iterations. So next one is a call delay, then automatically transfer to the delay label. So here set bit TR0 indicates the start timer. Wait for the overflow flag with the help of JNB space TF0 comma back. So after that, if it is overflow, then stop timer, stop clear flag, overflow flag, and then decrement rate by one time. This value R5 value is 249, then repeated. It is non-zero, so that repeated. Then 250 times it will be repeated. Okay. So the first step is rebuild the target. Rebuild the target. Here zero errors. Warnings, you neglect that warnings, no problem. Errors is important. Here zero errors. Okay, no. And next one is debug. So directly we can select this icons. So evaluation code, evaluation version running with code size limit 2K. So that it is the evaluation version. So that it is 2K is limited. So whatever the program we written, that is less than 100 bytes only. So 2K is sufficient. So that okay. Okay. And next one, here port is there, and here already was set up. Port is there. So here port 1.0 is written, so that this bit is continuously toggle. So that directly run with the help of this run command. So here it is continuously blinking. So that indicates that switching on and off. So that can be verified with the help of logical waveforms. Here logical waveforms program also running. So we need port 1.0, then go to setup and then create signal. What is the signal? Port 1.0. Enter. So that 1.0 is created here. So with the help of zoom in and zoom out, you can clearly verify the output waveforms. So it is the square wave we generated. The frequency of the square wave is already discussed, that approximately 17 or 72 megahertz. So that is about timers supported by 8051 microwatt.